other end of the line. Do you understand this? Like for example, let's suppose these are the particles, right? So the sound is produced at this point, right? It moves forward and backward. And when it moves backwards, it transfers the sound to this one, and then it moves like this and this. So it comes here and it moves like this and this, and it comes over here and then it moves like this and this, and in this way the sound keeps on traveling. So basically what happens is sound goes from particle to particle, right? Now, one other thing that I would like to tell you guys before I begin with the actual chapter is, we all know that there are different arrangements of matter particles in different kinds of matter. Like for example, in solid they're all together, then in liquid they are apart from each other but not so much, and in gases they are really far away, right? So in solid the sound travels faster because the particles are together, so it moves faster. And then in liquids, the speed is a little bit slow. Why? Because particles are apart, so it takes time from going from one particle to another. And then in gases, it's in a comparison to solid and liquid, it's slower. Why? Because again, the particles are apart from each other, so it takes time for sound to travel. So one thing that I told you right now is sound moves from particle to particle. And second thing I told you is, in state of matter, 3 states of matter are there, in which solid, liquid and gas come. And in solid, the sound moves faster. In liquids, a little bit slower, and then slowest in the gases. The last thing that I'm going to tell you is that sound waves, they travel in the form of waves. And for that you might find the image which I sent you, and you can look at the bottom left of that image and you can see that there is a wave, and there are two parts of this wave. One has particles which are together, they are like squeezed together with one another, and there is another part in which the particles are apart. So sound which travels in the form of waves has two parts, one squeezed together and one apart from each other. So these are the two parts of the wave, and the distance between one squeezed portion to another or one apart portion to another is known as the wavelength, as you can all see. So these were the main concepts that we're going to touch in this chapter, and I went over them once so that it will be easier for you all to understand them. And now we're going to start with the reading.